the playground is just like, as I mentioned earlier, you can, in a day as a developer, well, as a normal person, you can have over 50 ideas on your head thinking, okay, but you can't literally say that, okay, this one is going to work out or this one is not going to work out, stuff like that. So that's why we have playground, and playground is where you just, go and test run your idea. Is something worth building? Is something worth implementing, and stuff like that. So let's begin by creating a simple app. As you can see, we have under workspace, we have class one. Class one is just a directory that I create on my computer, and I open it as in the anti-gravity. So if you are following with your computer, you can also just create a directory, give it any name that you want to give, and it will do what you want it to do. Or, I mean, it will work as we are working with this one. So let's begin by creating a simple app so that I won't be just making I'll just be speaking English. We'll be having it practically going on.
Sorry again for breaking you. Just to ensure I am following too, is Antigravity, is it a website or is it an application that needs to be downloaded?
It's an application that needs to be downloaded. I mentioned that you can just search it on any browser that you have. It's available on MacBook. It's available on Mac OS, Linux, and Windows. So you just download one that's compatible with your computer.
Okay. So please, before going on, I'd like to ask the people in the house. Do you guys have Antigravity downloaded already, or should we give, like, let's say 3-4 minutes? So some of you guys, the ones with Sharp Network, can download Antigravity and install it. So it will be like a code together session, something like that. Is that fine with the house? Let me see some reactions if that's something you want, or if you should just continue. Since the call is recorded, you can follow it up. Or you guys, okay. So we'll take the next 3-4 minutes. Please go to your website, check Google Antigravity and download it. 3-4 minutes, and we'll continue. Ibrahim, we'll continue by, let's say 9:32. Yeah, 9:32. Kamal, please wait a bit till 9:32, please. So people who want to code along can code along. Thank you.
I think let me share the link in the chat. So for those that don't have it, the link is on the in-call message. You can just follow it to download the app.
Yeah, I don't download and finish.
Okay, let's wait for others, as we said. So, yeah, 4 minutes.
Yeah, I active now.
Yeah, it's like a free version of Windsurf, but I think I have a lot of features that Windsurf don't have. I don't know. Antigravity, with Antigravity, it can open a browser and test everything, more of like a crawler. When you launch your app, normally when you're using all these vibe coding tools, cool. So yeah, I'm still going for Antigravity. Okay, so Antigravity is free, and also Chrome. Antigravity does have a Chrome extension, which you also need to install it on your Chrome so that it will have access. It can control your browser. So Google are the developers of Chrome, and they are the developers of Antigravity. So the integration is kind of end-to-end integration. The kind of flexibility, the kind of how it works can't be compared with how other third-party application like Windsurf does. So yeah, that's for that. Let's wait for others to join and to have the app before we proceed.
I love that some people already understand a bit of what Kamal is saying. Developers in the house, I'm proud of you guys. Thank you for joining this call. Please just chill a bit. Okay, I think it's already time, so maybe just 1 more minute. So some few seconds to wait for other people they could install Antigravity. For those of you guys who don't have Antigravity installed, this session is currently being recorded. That's why like I raised this up that it should be recorded and it will be posted on YouTube either today or tomorrow at most. So you could just take some time, go back, watch it for recap, and follow step by step to really understand what it is, what Antigravity is to help your workflow. Thank you so much. And I believe Kamal, you could just continue now.
Okay, so as I mentioned, we are going to be building an app. It's just a very simple app, not too much then. So it's just going to be a simple stock tracking, like maybe with an integrated news dashboard that will let user enter a stock, like a stock, and show him the stock price and show the latest news and gives AI analysis. So we are not actually going to integrate all the features, but basically focusing on the UI. So let's quickly get started. So whenever you create a new workspace, you see I already have a workspace, which is this class 1. Whenever you create a workspace, Antigravity automatically assign an agent to that workspace. It automatically assign an agent to that workspace because you can see I have it now. It's asking me to start a conversation with my agent. This is where I have a new conversation. So in Antigravity, we, just like other tools, you can select the model that you want to use. In this case, I'll go with the Gemini Pro High, and we have planning and fast. So in other tools like Corso, when you select planning, it's not actually going to write code. It's just going to, list the plan and how it's going to go ahead and execute the project that you're working on. But in Antigravity, planning also is going to write a code for you. So, but I don't want us to write a code at the beginning. I just want us to focus on, seeing the plan of what we are going to build. So I have a prompt that I'm going to use here. Let me first drop it on the in-call chat. That you are going to, that's for those that are following, can paste the prompt directly. Sorry, I'm trying to copy the prompt from somewhere else.
Just to chip in again, I hope you guys all applied for your Google Students Pro package, so you guys could use Gemini to create your coding prompts and send them to Antigravity and have like a seamless Google developing work session or something.
So to add on that, thank you, Morgan, for raising that. It's very, very good to use other chat bot like Gemini and others to generate a prompt before giving it to all these vibe coding apps. It depends on anyone that you're using, but advisably to have go to any chatbot, interact with it, Gemini to be specific, and get a well-structured prompt to give your AI rather than just giving it anything that comes to your head. In that case, you have a well-structured prompt that the AI will understand exactly what you need. For those that are not students, so there are a lot of other opportunities which Google provide. You can search about it on the benefits. Just as for Google developers /benefits, Google developers community /benefits. Google do have a lot of other opportunities, which I can't say that it's asks that of student, but yeah, we assume as far as you graduate, you'll be able to handle that. That's why Google are not giving for non-students. So let's go back. Okay, here is the prompt that you can just give it. I generate this prompt from AI, or I replace the prompt using AI. So I'll quickly go ahead and paste it on my agent, and I will send the message. So if you take a look at the last line that we have, I say don't write any code yet, give me the plan. Because as I mentioned, Gemini, anti-gravity plan can also do even if it's on plan, it's definitely going to write code for you. The only difference is that it will first have the plan, meaning it will take much time than if you select fast. So I don't want it to write any code for me. So, and also I have an addition. Sorry, I forgot to do that actually. I supposed to add an inspiration. You see, Gemini 3.1, that's the recent model, it's actually very good at UI, generating a good UI for you. But the best way to get the best UI from any AI tool, most especially Gemini, is to have an inspiration. Even UI UX designers, normal UI UX designers, for UI UX designers in the class, usually in the house, usually go to Pinterest or any other, Behance, Dribble, and other platform to get inspiration and add whenever they are building project. So that these AI models too need an inspiration. So whenever you're creating something, an app, let's say like this, that want to create this tool, the best tools that can create a UI, I mean, based on the AI tools that I interact with, the best one, I don't know if anyone use any other tool that's more good than the model that I'm going to mention, or the AI tools that I'm going to mention, he can raise up his hand and share with also that will also explore it. But I think V0 is the best AI tool that when it comes to generating UI, having a very good UI, it's very, very powerful, and it's generating a very professional, slick, and very unique UI depending on how you prompt it. So our advice first to go to any of this platform, get an inspiration. You can go to let me share my entire screen so that we'll have this. You can go to Pinterest, you can go to any design platform, or go to V0, give it a prompt of the app that you want to build, and it's going to, you see it's generated for you. Just take a screenshot and paste it on your anti-gravity so that it will know that, okay, you need something like this. Because AI will not understand exactly what you want when it comes to the UI. But when you have that, inspiration for the something for the AI to use as inspiration or as a guide, it's definitely going to give you the best thing that you need. So I'll quickly go to my Pinterest and search for app related to this and take screenshot of it. You can also do that as I'm doing that. I'm not sharing my entire screen, so I don't think you see that. I'll just say. What should I even search? Investment. Web app.
Okay, so to make this a little more fun, while you guys are coding along, for the guys who are coding along, go on Pinterest, get your inspiration, follow along, and the person with the cleanest development or the cleanest platform, according to Kamal will be the judge. Let's walk away with 5,000 naira. Let's do a small giveaway. Yeah, so if you go along to the end of the session and you have like a clean site or a clean web app, Kamal will be the judge. You share your screen at the end of his session, and then he will just judge a couple of you guys and pick maybe one person the best. I mean, we'll judge together, you get. And then the best leaves the score with 5K, so everything is incentivized.
Sharp. Thank you, Morgan. I hope my design also will be judged.
No, not easy for you, Kamal.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to get a good design. Sometimes when you go to Pinterest, you just be scrolling, like everything is good at Pinterest, like a lot of very, very good design. I'm just looking for something very simple. Simple. Let me add the keyword simple because I'm having a very designer much. Just very, very simple.
Someone has given update. They said try dribble. So if you're looking, like me
Okay.
personally, I'm a little non-technical, so I don't have idea that Pinterest can be used for UI UX. So yeah, beautiful stuff. We learn every day. So those of you guys coding along, you could also try dribble and see which of the two gives you the best inspiration. And yeah, the code along challenge works until the end of Kamal sessions. So yeah, have fun, guys.
I get something from. So I have a like I got something. If you can see my screen, this is the design that I pull up. I screenshot it. Can you see the design? I guess no. So I got a design which I pasted. So the thing is that whenever I just take a screenshot, you just go to your code editor and paste it. If you cannot paste, click on this plus sign and upload your image. You can also mention, just like other tools, you can mention a file, mention a folder, anything, and you can also even add a link. So I add an image, and I will say use this um, image as inspiration for the UI. So I have mine already. I paste it and wait, wait, wait. It's like I'm not sharing my agent. Sorry, Morgan, can you see my agent? Please confirm. Agent model.
Nope,
Oh,
it's just still showing just the plain anti-gravity platform, the one that we've been on for a while now.
wow. So all I have been cooking, you just seen an idle screen.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
sorry.
think you should just share entire screen, yeah, so you could see
Yes,
that workflow instead of just one. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I would do.
okay.
My browser tab is very, very scattered. That's why I don't want to share my screen at the first place. But yeah, I have a lot of tabs open. So confirm if you can see the entire screen.
Yep, we can. All of a sudden,
So
anti-gravity now looking very complex, but go on.
okay. So this is where we start. I think we should start this again because I actually thought we are following it all together. But what happened is just like, okay, when you open the agent, this is the model that is usually pop up, this model. And you see that we have the workspace, this workspace that I'm talking about, and this is the playground. Can you see it? Hello? So this is the workspace and this is the playground. And this is the directory that I said I create, which is the class one. And the moment I create the directory, Antigravity automatically assign an agent for me. So when I have the agent, I can chat with the agent. This is the first prompt that I give the agent. So when you open the agent for what you create, it will give you a text field or text area that you can prompt the AI and you can give it this. So for my own case, I forgot to add an inspiration. So I first started giving this one. It generates the plan. You see, this is the plan. This is the plan. We have a very long plan, the goal, the user review required. So one thing with anti-gravity is also you can drop a comment. Let's take, for instance, this this goal that anti-gravity generated, I'm not okay with it, I can leave a comment. I'll just leave a comment, or maybe I'll say, I can leave any comment, and when Antigravity comes to start executing it, it's going to take that comment that I leave and it's going to implement it or take any action depending on what I put as the comment. So this is one of the key advantage. One of the key advantage of Antigravity over other tools, which I don't think even Windsurf has that. If it has, I think we have a Windsurf supporter here. So that's it. You can leave a comment. So after I do that, we have the plan. I go ahead and get an inspiration. See, I have an inspiration and I upload the inspiration. I just paste it immediately when I screenshot it. This is the inspiration that I got. Actually very, very small because I couldn't get the full screen image. I know it would be very hard, difficult for Antigravity to mimic the exact design, but still I'm just going with it. So people that go to Dribble and Behance can have a more clear UI than what I got from Pinterest. And I just tell it to use this image as an inspiration for the UI. And it taught the process and edited the plan. It's edited the plan because we already have the implementation plan. Now it's edited the implementation plan, and you see this is the feedback. So the next thing is for me to just approve. I'll first go through the implementation plan and see, okay, is it okay with what I want? It's using Tailwind CSS v3 or v4. I can say, okay, use version 3.4. I can just say, okay, it's going to use v3.4 or v4. I can say use version 3.4. And I'll just add the comment. Now it's there already. The comment is there. I can go, I'll just follow the plan, just following the plan so that you know that what it's going to implement is exactly what you want. You see, we have the background light, gray/white. This is just something that it got from that inspiration that I upload. If I'm not okay with the color combination, I can also leave a comment and say, okay, use a different color, or I'll add a specific value of the color that I want. You see the layout, we have the sidebar, left navigation, we have the main menu dashboard and others, top bar, main dashboard and all that stuff like that. So the next thing is just for me to add a click on proceed. Because of that comment that I add, we have a comment here. So if I just click on proceed, it's going to continue and start building the app for me. So I can also create another workspace. I can open a new workspace. I can open a remote workspace. If I have other projects, I can open them as workspace. These are projects from my my computer, so I can just upload any one or create a new one if I don't want. So I'm not going to do that here. And you can add a new agent. So as this one is building, I can also add something. I can say, okay, create your marketing plan for this app. So you see now we have two different agents running. You see this one is waiting for my command, and the thing is that I will be the one to decide if it will ask for my permission before it run anything, before it install anything, or it should go ahead and continue. You see, it want to install a package, but it's waiting for my command before it can do. And you see these tasks are running simultaneously at the same time. We have the app marketing agent doing its works. We have the main agent that's building the app also doing its works. So that's how it is. I can create as many agents as I want. I can say, okay, let me create another agent for social media. Create a social media post plan for the app. So you see we have three different agents. You see this agent that have an icon is pending user input, meaning it's waiting for me to add some to approve some things before it will continue. And this approval is something that you can completely edit. You can give AI complete control of the app, which I did not advise that. At least you should be following up with what the AI tool is doing, and seeing if you need to adjust something. So more of like you working hand in hand with the AI rather than you just giving the AI go ahead to do something, everything. Most especially if you're a developer and you have experience working with you have experience and you know what you are building, not just like other vibe coders that are, they don't know anything. So this is the difference between you and them. So you see, I have our social media plan is ready, and our app and marketing, our marketing plan also is ready. So I'll just open it. Let me make this windows very open so that we'll be seeing everything clearly. So this is what we have. We have executive summary, we have target audience. It said to empower users with a fast, modern, and intuitive platform for managing investment. The vision is become the go-to investment dashboard for the modern retail investors, core tech stack advantage, and others. A lot of things. We have the target audience. It generates the unique value proposition, and what make this different among other tools that we have. We have the brand identity, we have the marketing channel and strategy, everything. You see, this is very cool. This is something that, okay, when you are using any vibe coding tool like Cursor, you go to other platform, other chatbot to generate this. But this, and when you go to other chatbot, let's say you're working on a project, when you go to ChatGPT and you want a marketing plan, you will have to explain to ChatGPT what you are building. But this already have knowledge of what you are building. It knows what you are creating, so you don't need to explain. You see, it's just a simple prompt that I give it: create a marketing plan for this app, and it knows the app that I'm talking about because it's not the app that we are building. And here we have the marketing plan. And also, our social media post plan are also available. See, so I click on proceed. So it asks me, sorry, I didn't actually, it just asked me to review the task so that it will go ahead and proceed with what it's doing. But basically, this is what we have: the social media post plan strategy. We have the strategy, the platform that we're going to use, and the content pillar. So we will have to make it to be educational by explaining investment concept and a lot of other things. And we even have a weekly posting schedule template with different content pillar, format, idea, and a lot of things. And sample, it even give us a sample post. So now we have it for this, a sample post for X. You see, if you invest $100 per month, starting at 20 versus 20, 30, the difference at 60 is mind blowing. 20 a lot of, you can just go read it. Then the app name, which we currently have no name for the app, which that's why we haven't it. So you see, this is the next step: finalize the app name. We need to finalize the app name and the branded logo. And we also need to set up our social media handles so that we can have everything. We will also need to create a graphic template using Canva or any tool like that. Okay, let's go back to our app and see. It's still waiting for my approval. So after we're done with this process, I'm going to show you how you can disable, you can make the AI to be doing stuff without actually waiting for your permission before it will execute anything. So just quickly go to setting, setting, and agent. You see we have the review policy. This is where you just make it always proceed, or you make it request review. I always leave it as request review, but if you want to give the AI full control of what you are doing, you change also the terminal command auto execution, which is all the permission that have been asking me. So we just go ahead and select always proceed. So, and there's one thing for those that are using Linux, sometimes you may experience some issues with anti-gravity. Me personally, I used to have that issue when I'm using it on my Linux OS, Fedora to be specific. Sometimes it will the app usually run into error. You have to restart the app or things like that. And I think this is because anti-gravity is currently on preview mode and they are still fixing it. Like I think within this week, they released almost 3 updates that they update the app almost 3 times. So if something that's under preview, you may be experiencing some issues which will be fixed. You can leave a comment, on the site on the issues that you are facing, and that will be sorted by the developers. So this still building. You see, I can also see what's going on from the chat from my terminal, and I can go back to my agent to continue to monitor what's going on. So probably one of you, for those that are following off, you may have your own executed already. Oh yeah. So thank God, our Winsoft guy have admit that anti-gravity is an multi-agent. I love that. Yeah, I think you need to share your experience with Winsoft because the way you are obsessed with it before. I never used Winsoft before, and I have no plan of using it. Because why go for expensive app? I know with time, anti-gravity is going to be paid because it's just a preview version. But no matter what, I think there's no any by coding tools or any company that will give you a service like anti-gravity and be charging you the same thing that Google will be charging when they start their paid plan. Google stuffs are actually very cost effective compared to other tools. That's based on my experience, not because I work with GDG or not because it's Google, but I think a lot of people here, most especially developers, can relate to that. If you take a look at their what they call it, their Gemini subscription, their cloud storage, that's for workspace, what they charge for workspace compared to others, like their API key for Gemini compared to OpenAI, because Google are not really, they not rely only on these AI tools for generating revenue. They have a lot of other things bringing revenue for them. So that's why whenever they are building something, you see that it's more cost effective than their competitors, because most of the times their competitors fully rely on that services that they are providing to generate revenue. But Google have a bunch of apps generating revenue for them. So that's why. And yeah, even if anti-gravity is paid, have turned to paid version, it's definitely going to worth it. So yeah, it's actually long. I don't know why, but this is something that's supposed to finish within a very short period of time. I think because multitasking, speaking and not accepting the command needed to do. Let me focus on this.
Okay, so I'm coming shortly, and I just had to sit through and listen to Kamal glaze Google. In my mind, I'm like, this guy is a proud GDG bleed. Like, he does not have to tell you if you can know from there. He's just pouring the praise, like just buckets, just whoosh. Go Google. Okay.
Thank you, Morgan.
I hope you guys are following along too. For the ones who are coding along, please. At this point, if you're coding along, let me see your hands or say something in the chat box, and you can just tell us a bit about where you are, or if you'd like to speak, so you can just put up your hand so I could call you up to speak while Kamal focuses on this till it comes true. So yeah, chat in the box, put up your hand, let's interact a bit. Tell me how your experience with anti-gravity is during this code along session.
Also, so just to add, you see, we also have a tax. It's following the taxes. So these are all the things that have already worked on. So it tick it already. Now we are on the search bar component. It's working on the search bar component. When it's done, it will tick it like that up to the last stage.
Yo, I saw reactions, but I'm not seeing any hands. I'm not seeing any message in the chat box. Come on, guys. If you continue along, pause and say something. Like tell us how your experience is. Um, yeah. Are you guys shy?
Also, you guys don't forget that we have a Morgan promised 5,000 for the winner. So I'm also going to add 5,000 naira, making it 10,000 naira.
Uh, awesome stuff. So now there's 10,000 up for grabs. Come on. I mean, I don't think you guys have. We are done with your side of things. Awesome. So I don't think there's competition in this thing because if there's really little amounts of people coding along, it means you guys are going to have the full 10K to yourself. That's amazing stuff. So please let's give Absalam some challenge. He said he's done with his side of things. So come on, let's make it a
Yeah,
competition. Or he's just going to
sure.
okay with 10K. Yeah, he has a working website. Amazing stuff. Would you like to share your experience while working with anti-gravity for the first time? Is it your first time? If it is, can you please just unmute your mic and talk to us for a bit? Let's hear your voice and tell us a little about the anti-gravity experience. Okay.
Okay. Good evening,
Thank you.
all.
Good evening.
Okay. This is my first time using anti-gravity, but I have previous experience using other AI tools for coding. Yeah, generally. So, and I like how the app, the AI agent works. Because when I started, it was kind of finicky in a way. I finished the whole thing and the app was not working. I was like, okay, this app is not working. What's wrong with it? And it came up with a solution and made the solution and said, okay, try it again. And right currently the app is working. Just need some, maybe if I can share my screen. Let me see. See how it works. Where's my screen?
Okay.
Okay, here it is. This is the app and minor. Here it is. There's something called the writer's workshop.
Okay.
This
Awesome
is
stuff.
it's basically.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Abdul Salam. Thank you so much. Okay, is it Wildy or Wildy? You said you've never heard of it before. You've never heard of windsurf or anti-gravity. Hello, Wildy. You asked a question in the chat box, please. Okay, and you could either type in the response or you could put up your virtual hand or just unmute your mic and feel free to ask questions so everyone goes along and Kamal clarifies stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Yusuf, anti-gravity is not only limited to Gemini. We have other tools, like we have a bunch of models. We have even the Cloud Opus model 4.5. We have the GPT OSS. We have Cloud 4.5. We have the thinking model. They are also still adding new models. So it's not only Gemini model. I think the best coding model, it should be this Cloud Opus 4.5 is still available on anti-gravity. Can try it out. Select any model. It don't have to. Yeah. So it has a limit. For now the limit is that when you are using it for maybe you used it to do a lot of things. Actually, you actually have to use it. I think you can spend over 5 hours. No, like you can spend the whole day working with it without reaching the limit, depending on how you prompt and what you are generating. But this is the amazing part is that the limit is based on model. So now if I'm using Gemini 3 Pro model, I use the limit. I can switch to the low model. I can switch to cloud. If I finish the cloud, I can switch to Sonnet. I can switch to any of this model until I finish. So, and before you even exhaust the limit of the model, you see that the other model that you reach the limit same automatically. It just give you a time. Okay, you can use this model. You have reached the limit until, let's say, 10:30 or 11 p.m. before you can use it. Maybe an hour, 30 minutes before you can continue to use the model. But I know definitely this is just for the meantime. Subscription plan is coming.
Okay, so Kamal, you've
No,
got
there won't
two
be
more
complete.
questions.
There won't be
Okay,
conflict.
okay, you can see the question.
There won't be any conflict. So this is how it works. Like, I don't know, this the person that asked this question, if you used to Cursor or any other vibe coding tool, exactly how they work. You can select any model, you know, depending when sometimes when you are debugging, maybe you are debugging with Gemini 3.1 and maybe it's not giving you what you want, you can switch another model. The context is already there. So the model, whenever you switch to another model, it's already have the context of what you are building. It have that context and it will continue to build on top of that context. So you see it as if it knows what exactly you are building. Because yeah, it does. It knows what you are building. Sorry, yeah,
Okay,
this is taking
quite some time. Yeah,
sorry.
don't worry, you could say that I could be reading out the questions for you. So the next question is: does anti-gravity have Git functions?
Yes, it does, but you need to be specific. What exactly what exactly are you referring to?
Like, can you connect your GitHub accounts, push, pull, merge, fork, everything?
Yes, it has almost everything. You can connect not only Git, it also have what they call it. Please remind me of this then. Let me check the screen if I can see it. Someone should remind me of this term referred to when connecting a code editor with an exercise. I can't remember them, but it does. Just to answer your question, it does. You can. So I'm just trying to explain. It goes beyond that, but I couldn't remember the term. Actually, there's a term used for that. I can't remember. Maybe as we are having the call.
Yeah, so
If I remember
those are
along the
really,
line.
really questions from you guys, by the way. Please, the more you interact with anti-gravity while this is going on, if you have questions, please come and share them. And yeah, while we wait, and okay, the time is 10:10. So let's say in the next 10 minutes, if this is not yet done, while it is ongoing, I will also be announcing the winners for the grand potentializing session. So we'll just wrap up the call together when he's done, so I wouldn't have to take more time. So you can actually just really follow along and gain the most out of this session, because this is what he's taking our time to try to teach you, all so you could prototype faster and really not have issues with deadlines. But by the time you have your demo working, it's easier to learn from there. Make corrections. Fine tune based on feedback and all of those stuff. So you have time for yourself. So the next question is: does it have internal container function?
Yeah, it has. It has.
Sure.
So it like just like I think Abdulaziz mentioned, it's like a VS Code wrapper. So most at times when building these tools like Cursor, Antigravity, what they usually do, they just more of like a fork VS Code and add what they want to add. VS Code is an open source project. Anyone, even you yourself, you can fork it and customize it the way you want it to be. So just if you are used, anything that VS Code has, it also have it. Also have it. Hope that answer your question. I think Abdul is also contributing to that. Thank you very much.
So yeah, you guys should ask more beautiful questions. Yes, please feel free to explore the app and share your experiences while this is going on. If there's any other person that's coding along, remember there's 10K up for grabs. And currently it seems that Absalam is going home with 10K after this call. So please give Absalam a small challenge. Oh, let him run for his money. Let him work hard. So okay, a very long question has come in. Okay, just a quick question, please. I know of a step on how to develop an app. First, prompt AI, request a JSON prompt of it, input it into AI, any AI agent, e.g., Replete AI, deploy it on Vessel using Superbase for its database platform with a lovely UI. My question is, does Google Antigravity make these steps easier or it's the same? My network was so bad I missed some parts and got confused. So, okay. Kamal, she's asking if you actually need to follow these steps to, develop using anti-gravity.
So yeah, to develop with anti-gravity, you don't need all this JSON prompts and other stuff like that. You just need the idea. What do you want to build? See, the prompt that we give the AI is just a very, very short prompt, and it generates a very, very like a well-structured plan that you can, go through it and see if you're okay with it. If you're not okay with it, you can edit or change the implementation plan. So it's very, very easy. And for the Superbase back end, it's something that it can easily integrate for you, but you have to do some little tasks on that part, not automatically integrating it. Yeah, it will build everything for you, but you'll be the one in charge of copying all the credentials to connect it with your with that. Then the UI is very, very good, as I mentioned, but I always advise that whenever you are building an app, you personally, you have something that is inspired, something as inspiration. You want, you have a way that you want the app to look, that at some point you cannot describe that to the AI. So you can go to any of this platform and just get something. The goal is for you to build something very good and fast. So you need to, dedicate a little time to get what you need done. If not, the AI will generate a UI for you. It may be good, but maybe that's not exactly how you want it to be. Now you have to be prompting the AI that, okay, change this, do that, and that, and that. But when you give the inspiration, at least you have a very proper understanding of what it's doing. And there's one good thing with anti-gravity is I just wish this thing is finished building, because I'm having package issue. The package is okay. Sorry, I forgot to accept. There's a conflict installing the package. That's what it's done actually building the app, but this package conflict is what making the app not build it. I need to make it debug that. So it's very necessary that you give it an inspiration of what you want. And when you have the screen, anti-gravity, when it's done finished building the app, it will open the app because it have an inbuilt browser with Google. It will open the app, and in the screen you can just highlight your place. Let's say this is the screen, and this place that I don't want it to be like this. I can just highlight it as I want to take a screenshot and add a comment. Maybe it's showing Kamal here. I want it to change it. I want to change it to Morgan. I don't have to, go back to the AI and say, okay, change this part to this. No, I'll just highlight on the place and type it as a comment. Okay, change the name to Morgan, not Kamal, and it will do it. You don't have to go back to the code base to do that. So yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So
I see.
I think we have a lot. Some people. Someone says he's done with the building. So you can maybe share your screen with us to see, because I'm having a conflict that I really need to focus on it to resolve that. Which answering question is what's making me to not focus and resolve that. So you can share your screen. I think JC says he's done. I don't know, Morgan, you can go through
Yeah,
what you build as a focus on this.
no problem. You could focus on the code for a while. So yeah,
Mhm.
Jesse, please unmute your mic, come on, share your screen, show us what you have, what you've done, and tell us a bit about your experience with anti-gravity.
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. Well, it was very nice actually. At first, it was slow, but I think it's because of my system. I was working on a lot of things. I had to close a lot of files and stuff. So I think that was the reason why it was slow. But then I see the experience is very nice, especially the chart, right? Most times when I'm working with charts with, let's say, Claude or something, it usually has a lot of dependency errors, but I think it actually resolved all of that without, like, I just did this first try, so I think it's very nice. I'm liking the experience with it.
Awesome.
Cool. I think this is the dashboard you generated, you built.
Yes.
Okay, so can you just go back to your agent, here your anti-gravity? I think we just go continue with what you have because yeah, as mine is
Okay.
built, and I can just take you through some things.
Okay. Let me change
Do you have
to.
okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I just asked it to focus on the building the UI and forgot about the compilation error that we are having. So that I'll just work on that separately, and I'll come back.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can. What were you Jesse?
Okay. Okay. You said you wanted to see something over here.
Yes, just click on the editor. I want to see if it's open. It's going to open the app on the
Okay, on
agent
the
mode.
main.
Yeah, go to review, open the editor. Next to it, there's a setting icon. Setting icon. No, up.
That's an icon. Okay.
Yeah.
This one, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Are you there? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. No. The setting, is that the setting icon? Did you click on the setting icon? Because I'm
Okay.
seeing
Here.
so you and I will go to click on browser. Oh, sorry, Kabir, what's your question?
Kabir is asking, does it implement the back end part
The
of the
backend part of
currently
so no,
building?
no, we are currently using a mock data. I don't want to actually go deep to that. I'm the one that limited to that. But if you want it to do that, so I just have a mock data. We have created a mock file for a data. It's created a mock file for the data that we need on the dashboard, and it show it for us. But if you need that, it will completely do that for you. So now if you have this enable browser, you can just go back to the agent and ask it to run the app.
Okay.
So you see that you'll be able to open the app, or the agent itself will be able to open the app and go through it. So you accept. So you see, it's trying to open. It will open the app for you. So my app is done. I think I'll take over the screen sharing.
Okay.
It's done building.
Sorry, Jibril, we'll be done and out of here in some minutes. Immediately Kamal goes through his app and shows us just the ending part of things. I will announce the winners for the grand potentializing phase. Or before that, we'll go through everyone who designed something. They'll have a walkthrough of all their web apps again one last time. Then the community would vote on the best one, and the person walks away with 10K. Then I'll announce the winners from the grand potentializing challenge. Kamal.
Yeah, moving. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to run something. I'm definitely multitasking a lot of stuff. Yeah, time. Sorry. So this is the UI the anti-gravity builds for me, which I think is actually very nice. You know, this is just from a single prompt, and you see, this because of the inspiration that it's still building because it's trying to launch the browser. This is one of the issues. If you're using tools like if you're using what they call it, an OS that's not Windows, Linux OS, you'll be experiencing a lot of these issues. So yeah, see, this is just what I upload to Antigravity. This is the image that I upload to Antigravity, and this is the outcome that we have. Can you just see what we have? It's literally a replicate of exactly what we have. The image was very short, and I mean, it was very small, very tiny, but it's able to capture all we need and implement what we need. And now we have everything, and this should be very responsive. Oh, sorry, it's not. It's not. But the thing is that I can just, with a single prompt, I can make it to be mobile responsive. It's not actually responsive, but we can make it to be a very, very responsive, a mobile responsive. So that's it. And if as to see our agent is running, it's definitely going to lag my computer. I don't know why. So when it's open, for those that are trying, there's have one thing, just like now in this sidebar, that we have this. Maybe I want to add something. I want to add something separately. I will just highlight, as I mentioned, I'll just highlight, click on the cursor, highlight, and add what I want to add, and it's going to generate what I want it to generate for me. So yeah, I think to save time, we are running out of time. Let me just quickly take us through how this playground works. I'm not going to do anything, but just like I said, it's just for you, workspace for you to explore new ideas. You can have multiple conversation. Maybe you have something that you want to add on the existing workspace that we're doing. You play around with it. If it's worth implementing, if it's worth integrating, you add it there. And there's something that you should also consider adding to your browser, your code editor. The first thing is, okay, let me come back to agent. Where exactly is we have a rule? I don't know. Okay, where do we have that rule? I can't remember specific where we have that rule. Editor setting, features. So what the rule is for is just for you to add a rule to the AI agent or the code editor entirely, so that it will be following it when writing the code for you. If you notice, a lot of AI generated code have two things that you can easily flag out, or three things that you can easily flag out that, yeah, this code is AI generated. The first one is AI generated code have a lot of comment. You see that the AI can literally comment every single line of code it's writing, or every function. It's very good to be commenting a code, but we humans, if we are writing a code, the way we comment codes are very, very little. People don't actually focus on putting a lot of comments. So whenever you see an code that have a bunch of comments, you know that definitely there's high probability that code is AI generated. So you can add that to your rule, your AI rule, that okay, the agent or the tool should not be generating too much unnecessary comment on your code base. Then the second one is using emoji. I mean, let's just the moment you see emoji on a code base, you know that code is just AI generated. Because tell me why, as a developer, you're writing a code and you switch to type an emoji just to indicate something. It's understandable, at some point you can do that, but you see that a lot of AI don't really like generating adding emojis to comments and stuff like that, or to the coding whenever it's printing something or something like that. Then the last one is doing its name stuffs. AI can literally, like the way the AI usually name stuff, you can figure out, okay, this is an AI generated stuff. Developers are usually bad when it comes to naming function or comes to naming files, but the moment you see an AI generated code, the way it names the files, the way it names a function, the way it names class, you can easily say that this code is AI generated. So my point here is that you can use the rules-based guide to tell your AI that whenever it's writing, whenever you're building something, it should not put all those three things or any unnecessary things that can make the code to be flag AI generated. It's not bad that you use AI to generate code, but as someone that wants to build a project to add to your portfolio or to do something, you want your code to be very, very clean. Like recruiters, everyone knows that a lot of developers entirely are using AI to build a lot of stuff to guide them or to use them, but you can't just come and open it. Even if I know as a recruiter and you come and you open it to me that you are using AI to do it, I'm actually not going to hire you. I'm using myself as an example. So you need to follow a way to make your code look professional, clean, that yeah, you can even say that if you know what you are doing, you can say that no, this is not AI generated, because there is no any point that will prove that that code is AI generated. And when it comes to you depending the code base, that's why it's good for you to be following what the AI is generating for you. And with those AI tools, you can build so many apps. You can ship a lot of apps within a very, very short period of time, and it will make you, sometimes you may have experience, just like this hackathon that we're having. A lot of people don't have experience building on Cardano. So do you know that you don't need to be very good at building Cardano? You have your back end separately, build on something with other language. You have your front end. You can just upload it to upload the folder to Antigravity and explain the Cardano part, what you want to be implemented on Cardano, and it's going to build everything for you. When you're having any issue, it's going to debug it, you interact with it, and it's going to, you are going to have your things ready. You don't have to wait for anyone to come and do it for you. And whenever you have an issue that you can't resolve, you can go to internet browser, or you reach out to anyone, people that you know, to guide you. So that's why it's so the important thing is that, okay, for those that are going to this hackathon, building for this hackathon, that don't have experience building on with Cardano, just go to YouTube, watch it, just maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour crash course to just understand the basics. You don't have to hold it. It's just for you to understand the basics, so that when the AI is building the thing for you, at least you know what the AI is doing, not the AI. I always suggest that AI should not take control of everything that you are doing. AI can code, AI can do, very cool stuff, but at least you should be following. You shouldn't just stay idle and the AI is doing something that you can't even explain what's going on. So that's why it's good. If you're doing something new with the AI, at least have a basic knowledge of what you're doing, so that whenever the AI does something that's not supposed to be done like that, you can easily know that, okay, this is the approach for that, or this way we should handle this. So yeah, that's all from my end. If anyone has any question, he can ask.
Okay, so thank you so much,
Exactly.
Kamal.
Sorry, I'm looking at it. I'm color purple. I don't know why AI is very, very. I don't know, like, who even tell AI to use purple, but I have that feeling that whenever I see purple or a mix of orange and purple on your website, it's AI generated. You explain tire, and the hero, most especially if you use AI for generating a UI, the hero section, you see that AI always try to centralize the content, the hero content in the middle. So a lot of things. Well, with a very good prompt and rules, you will make your AI to work differently, and nobody will know that, yeah, this AI generated. And that's where all this inspiration comes in. You go to Binance, you go to Behance, sorry. Wait, I've been saying Binance. I love money. Behance and what's the other one? Dribble, to get inspiration. In that case, the AI knows what you need. So it's not going to use purple color for you. It's not going to use orange. It's not going to centralize the hero section content. It's not going to do a lot of things for you. That's it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kamal. Right before we call up the guys who coded along to show their designs once more, then we vote. Please, can you guys just put your virtual hands together for Kamal? I believe he has taken time to really pass on some valuable knowledge to us here. I, for one, I had no idea of anti-gravity, and now I've come to learn something new that I'm going to explore and have fun with. So yeah, thank you so much, Kamal. Okay, so we had I think about 3 people who developed who coded along. I think the first was Ibrahim, yeah. Absalam Ibrahim. Absalam, please can you start again, share your screen? Oh no, this time let's start from the last person. Let's start from Fola, yeah. So please correct me if I'm wrong. 3 people coded along: Fola, Jesse Wisdom, Abdulaziz Fola, Jesse Wisdom, and Abdusalam Ibrahim. Yes. Please, Abdulaziz Fola Romi, share your screen and show us and tell us a little bit about your experience with anti-gravity for the first time. Please don't take too long. We're trying to wrap up. So I'll announce the winners of the challenge in a minute or two, and then we'll call it good night. Abdulaziz Bello.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 second. Press my screen.
Yeah. Presenting is loading. Yeah.
So very quickly, the only thing I did actually was to improve the UI because my UI was very bad before. So that was the major thing I did. Unfortunately, you'll not be able to see everything because the backend is actually hosted on an on-prem server, which is not around here. So I guess you just have to manage what I have. So this is actually my actual hackathon
Project.
list. Yeah, projects. The net quality sensing map and a data platform. So this is a license of data powered by blockchain technology. See, built on Cardano. Then ideally, you're meant to be able to log in and you see your wallets. But in the absence of that, I just this is also the map. So as you can see, there are no data. There's no data there, so it's looking quite scanty. But if you try and log in, it's not. Cannot get login.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. That was a beautiful display. Yeah, I see a lot of positive reactions from people too. So yes, thank you so much. That was awesome stuff.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
So Jesse, would you like to shortly again share your screen and tell us a little about what you built? Okay.
Okay. So just built a simple investment dashboard with the prompts that Kamal gave us. And then I used this for the UI. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's basically just mine.
Those things on the sidebar like wallet, what's this? The pie charts.
Yeah, wallets. None of them are actually linking actually, but chat settings and then messages.
Oh, so Kamal, if I understand right, yeah, so you could develop the entire thing, the chat setting, the messages, everything using anti-gravity if you just keep prompting it, yeah.
Yes, you can have the
Okay.
backend everything, like everything. Like for Abdulaziz's project, even the connect wallet logic and everything it will build for him.
Awesome stuff. So yeah, Jesse, how's your experience? Just one or two things about because starting from scratch, building this UI.
Okay. The experience was actually very nice. It was smooth and initially, like I said, like I had my system was a bit slow, but then after the first install, initializing everything was fast and no errors, no issues.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so much, Jesse.
Thank you.
And so the last person is Abdusalam Ibrahim. Please quickly share your screen and tell us a little about what you built. So okay, Abdusalam Ibrahim. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, yes. I was trying to build the idea just came like let me build something that people could use to learn to write. So it has some reading method, two streams comparing how you can write stories using either prose or poetry.
Hello,
Flex
Abdusalam.
architecture. Yes.
Please, can you log into this call with your system and then screen
Yeah,
share? Or,
yeah,
or
I'm
we
trying to do
really
that.
wouldn't get the best
Okay,
out of
let me
what you
try
have.
to do that fast. Got it. Code meeting. DMN.
Okay,
I
it's
think
in
most
the
of
group.
we can hear from Sharif before Abdusalam is up. He
Did
said
he
if
put
you
his
want to
hand
add
up?
something. No, he say in the chat, he say they need to be had to probably have something to share.
Okay. Sharif,
Good evening.
good evening. How you doing?
Fine, fine. First and foremost, I will thank Mr. Morgan and everyone that has been supporting us through the
You can
program.
also ask me that.
Mr. Kamal, thank you so much for the explanation because with the little knowledge, actually, I'm not a full-time developer. I just have small pitch knowledge. But I'm an expert when it comes to blockchain, like first layer, second layer, cryptocurrency, all those ones. But little knowledge I have from HTML, CCT, and others, I think down to develop something using this explanation you just give us, which is actually to a layman, it's something that even a layman can go through it.
Is it just me or can you guys hear Mr. Sharif?
Go come back to listening. And I think everybody here, please, are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, come again. What did you say last?
See? Hello, can you guys hear me?
Uh, no, we cannot hear you.
Okay, I say first and foremost, I want to thank Mr. Morgan for the support he has been giving us from the scratch, and to Mr. Kamal for the explanation he made with the little knowledge I have on, even though I'm not a full-time developer, but the little knowledge I have on HTML and CCT, I think this explanation can make me fully develop an app myself if I feel like, yes, I want to go something without needing
Yeah,
team or
yes.
anybody to scratch. And I want everybody to actually clap for Mr. Kamal for the big explanation because it's not actually easy for you to able to to be able to navigate all this and come to
Yeah.
just give it without even asking for anything.
Thank you so
Clap
much,
for him. I think
Kamal.
that's
That's what
enough.
he's saying. Thank you so much for the amazing session. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Sheriff. Yeah, that really was the whole purpose of this session to show you that you could actually really just rapidly prototype as you are thinking. So if you have one, that's why I say if you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ideas, as you're having the ideas, you could really just be validating them by actually developing them like concurrently. And yeah, that's the whole idea of the whole um today's whole workshop. Okay, so back to Abdusalam Ibrahim. Have you been able to log in? So join the call with your system, with your laptop.
Yes, I have.
Okay, then share your laptop screen here and start again. So we can appropriately really appreciate what you've done.
Sure. Here it is. Okay. This is the what I need for called the app writers workshop, where people learn how to write with the types of reading method, two streams, comparing prose and poetry, how the same thing could be written in different ways, plot architecture. Let me be clicking them here, where you try to do other things. Then they have the writing gym where you some daily workouts, then the plot architecture here, then the character engine where you just make some blueprint and a character card will appear here. Then the poetry lab where you and find out which one is stressful or unstressful syllable. That's basically what the app is. Yeah.
Please go back to your app. Go back.
Okay.
Let us see and appreciate it some more. So you said this is it. And then you could open each of these stuff.
Yes.
Writing method, two streams. So write something for us. Tell us the story. Let's see. Like give us an actual, workflow. Like actually using it. Let us see how it works.
Okay, for now, I have not really refined it because what's here for this, like reading like a writer, you choose a passage, then you annotate it, choose and read the passage, then you annotate it, Then at the end of it, which I've not added, you write in the same style as that passage was written. But the only place here we can really interact with here is just this character in the. Let me try this. Let's see. So let's say a character name is Ibrahim Abdul Salam, just like me. The goal, he wants to finish medical school. Wants to finish medical school, but has to strike conflict, has to strike. Has to strike. Motivation, make money, and
Be
save
like,
life.
but make money first.
There, contradiction. He hates illnesses. Let's say he hates death. Can't cope with death. So forge character. So here we have the character card. Let's see. Okay, there are some errors that came up. Wow. This thing is not showing well. But let's see if I can. Okay. This basically the character card. But there's some errors here which need some minor editing. Then for what other part? This poetry lab. Okay, here. So let's select summer. Then which is on stress. Then for shall is also on stress. D is on stress, double. What's everything on stress? So this how it's, but it still needs some minor edits to make the thing flow very well.
Okay, so that's nice. Thank you for the amazing presentation. Thank you so much for the writers workshop. Yeah, so we'll be having our pool right now, and so there were 3 people who participated in the code along session we just had. So we'll start by voting for the last guy, the first guy to start the presentation, and I think that was Abdulaziz Folaromi. So if you believe Abdulaziz Folaromi has the best, application of anti-gravity for tonight, please put up your virtual hands, and I'll be counting your virtual hands. Okay, that's 1. Is it just me or is just 1 hand up? Okay, 2 hands up. Okay, so I'll do a 5 seconds countdown. If you believe Abdulaziz Folaromi has the best Google Antigravity use case in this current workshop, put your virtual hand up. Going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so Abdulaziz Folaromi has 4 votes. He voted for himself. Yeah, I was wondering if you weren't going to vote first. So let's say 4 votes. So that's Hamid Kuyum, Edith Young Udo, Sheriff, Mr. Water, Abdulaziz Bello. Okay, so the next person to present was Jesse Wisdom. But first off, please, everybody please put down your virtual hands, everyone. Yes, thank you, everybody. So the next person is Jesse Wisdom. If you believe Jesse Wisdom had the best use case of Google's anti-gravity for tonight's workshop, please put up your virtual hands. Okay, so I'll be counting down from 5, and the question goes: if you believe Jesse Wisdom has the best use case or application of Google's anti-gravity web app for this rapid development session, please put up your virtual hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so Just Wisdom has 2 votes. Can you all hear me? Oh, awesome stuff. So it seems Just Wisdom did not vote for himself. I wonder why. So for the last person who came up to we're going to be judging is Abdusalam Ibrahim. So if you believe Abdusalam Ibrahim, okay, if you believe Abdusalam Ibrahim has the best use case or application for tonight's rapid development session, please let me see your hand, your virtual hand. Just raise your virtual hand up. Okay, I see 4 hands. I see 5. Woo, okay. 5 hands. Okay, I'm going to count down from 5. If you believe Abdusalam Ibrahim has the best use case application of Google's anti-gravity during this work session, let me see your hands in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Congratulations, Abdusalam Ibrahim. Congratulations. After the call, please reach out to me for your prize. Yes. Congratulations. Okay, so moving very quickly, I would like to also announce the winners for the first phase, which was really the ground potentializing phase. And it had 2 categories. The prize pool was 100,000 naira, and there were 2 categories. There's the speed category and the quality category. So for the speed category, basically, we just wanted to see which teams to be, the fastest to self-organize, go through the dots, ask questions, really understand what they have to do, and, put themselves out in the fire and just, explore. And that's what we wanted from the speed category. And we have our winners. And then for the quality category, we wanted to see, okay, maybe they were not the first to hop on it, but they really took their time to, learn and pivot and, change their thinking to structure it towards how the regenerative development principles are. Really wanted to also appreciate those sets of people too. So I think I will start from the speed. So the speed was where the people who they submitted the first they submitted the ground potentializing form. They filled it on the, please let me confirm the exact date. So yeah, I'll be announcing the date they filled the form, and yeah, the winners too. Okay, the first person, or really the first team, please a minute. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was just going to confirm the name of the team, and I just have. So the first to submitted on the 29th of November. And that team, I've forgotten the name of that team again. Yeah, Team Dual Stream Engine. Submitted by Aisha Hassan Labu. So this is the winner of the speed of the speed category, and the first place goes away with 30,000 naira, and the second place was submitted on the 30th, the very next day. of November by, what's the team name? By Team Kurama. The submission was made by Ibrahim Jibril. Congratulations, Team Kurama. You come second on the speed category, and you go home with 20,000 naira. And then moving on, we went to the quality category where we actually took our time. Okay. I see two hands raised up, so I'll start with Kamal. Kamal, you first raise your hand.
No, Magabi, sorry. It's there already. Since sorry, I forgot to note it down.
Okay. Uram, Josephat Uram. Your hand is raised up.
Sorry, the mistake. It was raised since.
Okay, no problem. So very quickly we moved on to the quality phase where we took our time to really review everyone's processes, went through your Telegram time, how you use the Telegram timeline into, went through your multimedia files, how you really explained what regenerative principles meant to you by your actions, by how you documented the things you did, by the stories you told from with your projects really. So for the quality section, I'll be starting with the second place. Yeah, so the second place goes to Team WA Skyfish 25. So they come second place for the quality category of the cat hackathon, and really this was because of how detailed their final documentation was. They covered end to end every stakeholder in their community, and then they're trying to really just observe the energy condition. They went as far as interviewing NEPA. They had their recordings, they had the video sessions. So NEPA is part of the stakeholders to show how tight their stakeholder consideration was. Yeah, they had lots of multimedia files, lots of interviews, and their document was structured in a way that really follows the regenerative matrix. It goes from ground truths to to insights, and from there you move on to the hypothesis you have, and you go and validate those hypotheses. And most times when you actually validate the hypothesis, the idea you were initially with changes a little bit. It makes a pivot, or it just turns completely and goes somewhere else. So you're meant to also document that too, and they did. And then all of it led to how they fine-tuned their final, project, and outlined the opportunities that they were going to be exploring. So for being very detailed and interconnected, the second prize goes to Team WA Skyfish 25. So you get to go home, your team gets 20,000 naira. And okay, we are at here. Time. Okay, so I'll rush the first one. So the first team goes to, I need drum rolls, guys, like some emoji. The first team goes to Team Lynx. Yeah, so for Team Lynx, what they did really was they found a gap, according to the regenerative principles. When you really observe, you have to either find a void, or that's a gap, or a seed. And a gap is something that should be functional but is not functional. So, and then what you do is you now revive, you close the gap really. Your solution will now come out and revive that thing, that dead thing, to now create value. Or it finds a way to just bridge the gap, or it finds a seed, and the seed is like something that's trying to strive, and your project is supposed to give it the right conditions, encourage it, motivate it to grow. And these guys, they found a very beautiful gap, and then the gap happens to be the ABU post campus, the ABU campus post office. Yeah, and then they created a system that really just utilizes existing infrastructure. So their entire value chain revolved around things that already exist and having partnerships that integrate these systems together to become one complex living system, like how as first time was explaining. So that interconnectedness was really captured in the whole ground potentializing phase by Team Links. Their regenerative impact was beautiful, and the feasibility also, when you talk about the scope and the dependencies of their project, they really just, like I said, they're integrating a service or a software to connect systems together, systems that are living in isolations together, like the ABU campus post office, to run an e-commerce chain that uses local school, local vendors, really, as student vendors or people without a platform. So for the detailedness, for the depth of their research, the depth of their documentation, and the understanding of the principles and how they applied it to their project, Team Links come first place in the quality category of our ground potentializing phase. So those are our 4 winners. I think today we have 5 winners, so there's a whole lot of celebration. Please, some more, some claps, some cheers, some, some wee, yeah, all of those stuff, yeah. So that's it. There's no other thing else to discuss at this point. I'd like to apologize. I think the call went a little above what we expected. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. I'm sure you all learned something really beautiful today, like something new. And I'm sure a lot of you guys, if you're like me, are really thinking of a couple of ways where you could apply this, even beyond this hackathon, maybe for your own personal projects, your own stuff, to breed yourself some more as a developer, to increase your efficiency and your throughput. Yeah. So please, once more, I'd like us, to say thank you to, Mr. Kamal Aliyu. Please, some claps, some, some emojis, some comments. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Kamal. Yeah, for feeding us tonight. Amazing session. To the winners, please tag us on the group. And then before you go, I'm thinking of exploring something, and I want to know how you guys feel about it. So how about we walk you guys through creating a Cardano wallet? Since this is it's cat hackathon, this is basically your first this may be your first interaction or your first encounter with Cardano. So how about we create a Cardano wallet, and the prices get sent to you in ADA instead of Naira? If you think that's a good idea, please show with raise of hands. So if it's a yes for you, please can you raise your virtual hand to create a Cardano wallet and receive your prizes in ADA? Okay, I see one hand. Okay, so if you want Naira, Sharif, you could put down your hand right now. Okay, so now if you want your prize in Naira, can I see your hand? Okay. Wait, only 3 people voted. What happened to the rest of you guys? Okay, 3, 4, 5. Sharp. So you're one Naira. Beautiful stuff. So you guys should DM me, or you could send in your account details to the group chats, and tag me, or tag Alfred after you typed out on the group chat, on our general group chat, and tag myself or Alfred, and your prizes will be dispersed to you hopefully by tomorrow morning. Before or by tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for the efforts, to make this call. Thank you so much for the journey you've been going through so far. I mean, like, there are 260 something people on the group, but only really a handful of you guys will stay till the end and really, get the most out of this journey. I hope you are learning. I hope you are, you're expanding your skill sets. I hope things are, you're having fun too. You get. So yeah, keep up the energy. Thank you for being consistent. Thank you so much. and good night. So you could just unmute your mic and say good night to yourselves. You know, just say one or two
Good night.
things, and then you could hop off the call. Thank you so much.
Night.
Good night, guys. Come on, unmute your mic. Good night. Tell
Good night,
someone good
Naira.
night.
everybody.
Good night,
I
Good
shall
night.
send you my money.
Just give me my money.
I shall send me my money. Oh.
Put your account number on the group, bro.
I shall send me my money.
Just give me my money.
Yeah.
Can you off me? Hello, Mr. Morgan.
What's up?
You have closed the group now. Only admin can send message. I see you have closed the group. Only admin.
Oh. I'll open it back just for
Right.
tonight. Yeah, I'll open it back so you can just go and text there now.
Okay.
Thank you for the observation.
Thank you.